Kaio-Ken was a technique that Goku learned from King Kai. It was one of Goku's main power-ups all up until the Frieza arc. Then we never saw Kaio-Ken again, only briefly during the Pikkon fight, but ever since then, until recently in Dragon Ball Super, Kaio-Ken made his debut once again as a technique to stack on top of Super Saiyan Blue. But ever since then, Goku has only gotten stronger and stronger forms, and Kaio-Ken has been forgotten about. So this will be what if Goku's boost from Kaio-Ken was permanent. Even if Goku stops out of Kaio-Ken, the boost that he got will stay within him, only increasing his power higher and higher. Imagine it like a permanent boost. So, we will be skipping over the Dragon Ball arc, jumping all the way over to King Kai's planet. Now, Goku has been training to learn to use Kaio-Ken during the whole couple of months of his training, as he just finished how to learn to use the Spirit Bomb. He only has a couple of days left before he has to leave to go save his friends, due to King Kai's ability to see where the Saiyans will be arriving. So, once when Goku taps into Kaio-Ken times 2 for the first time, it will then massively increase his strength. But it was only for a certain burst. But once when Goku drops out of the power, he was known to be much stronger. Goku's power level before he went to go fight Vegeta and Nappa was around 8,000 or higher. Now, so once when Goku would tap into Kaio-Ken times 2, it would only increase his power even more. Goku's new power level is 16,000 when he's now in base form. Goku would instantly notice when he taps out of Kaio-Ken that he got way stronger. Now, King Kai doesn't know what this phenomenon is either, as he's never really had somebody learn his technique before, but whenever he used it, nothing happened. He wonders if maybe, just maybe, this was his body's response to using Kaio-Ken, since maybe it damages the body so much that he maybe had a Zenkai. Now, this was before Vegeta told Zarbon about Zenkai, so it wasn't canon, but now we do know about it, so Goku takes it down as maybe he got like a Zenkai boost from using Kaio-Ken, but Goku does not use Kaio-Ken anymore due to the fact that it could destroy his body if he's not careful. So, now that Goku is twice as strong, he would arrive at the battle twice as fast. Now, unfortunately, I feel like he would still be a bit too late, as Goku would still need to fly all the way back from Snake Way, meaning Wakami flying back to Earth. Now, this will be right when Piccolo would still die, and he was talking to Gohan. Now, Goku would have appeared just in time to save Gohan from Nappa and the others. Goku would then realize that most of his friends are gone, and now that Piccolo's gone too, the Dragon Balls are not there. Now, due to this, what is Goku going to do? Now that the Dragon Balls are gone, they can't bring them back, but he doesn't have time to worry about that now. He would then tell Gohan and Krillin to get away from here, and he'll handle these two Saiyans. Now, Vegeta initially did sense a power level heading this way. That is the reason why Nappa actually started really killing the rest of the Z Fighters, because they didn't want to gang up on him. Now, when Vegeta taps his Scouter, he would see a power level of 10,000 instead of 5,000, so Nappa would still kill them, probably even faster. So that's how Goku, when he still arrived, most of the Z Fighters are still dead, mainly Piccolo, who just died, after talking to Gohan for his final words. Once when this would happen, Gohan and Krillin would then get back, as Goku would then glare at Nappa and begin powering up. As Vegeta was in utter shock, his power level was continuing to rise, up to 16,000. Nappa would then ask what his power level is, and instead of the classic 9,000, he would then state it's over 16,000, crushing his Scouter. Nappa was shocked. 16,000, that is impossible. How can a Saiyan be that strong? Now, Vegeta was more worried. This Saiyan's battle power was near his own. How is this possible? He's a super elite. He knows that Nappa has no chance, but Nappa fell on deaf ears. Nappa would try to fight Goku, but Goku would easily outclass him, kicking him to the side. Nappa would then get up, wiping the dirt from his face, as now Vegeta would then tell Nappa to stand down. He will handle him on his own. But now that Krillin and Gohan are far off, Nappa would just stand back for the time being. This is when we're going to have Vegeta begin his match with Goku. But before Vegeta could even fight with Goku, Goku asked the two Saiyans if they can go somewhere else for the time being. As Vegeta would then state, fine, come on Nappa. The two Saiyans would then fly off with Goku to the rocky wasteland, so where there's no animals or people around. This is when Goku would then battle Vegeta, having the same speech that they had before, as Nappa was on a nearby rock, watching the whole fight go down. He wouldn't mind fighting those two little brats and killing them, but he can't sense their power level having no Scouter, so he can't really find them anyway, as Gohan and Krillin were nearby from a distance watching away from Nappa so he can't see them, as they can sense power levels, but Nappa and Vegeta can't. Now, Goku was actually fighting Vegeta on pretty good terms, but, of course, Vegeta is still outclassing Goku once when he goes into his full power. Now Goku knows that he needs to step up, as Goku would then activate Kaio-Ken ×2. With his Kaio-Ken ×2, it would then boost his power level to 32,000. He would then hit Vegeta, delivering a massive blow to his stomach, similar to how he did with ×3, making Vegeta spit blood and fall over. Nappa was in shock, as once when Goku would then drop out of this form, he then looks at his hand and realized that he's only gotten stronger. He then thanks King Kai, and maybe he doesn't know why he's getting stronger, but now's not the time. Maybe it's a side effect of Kaio-Ken, he doesn't know. Goku already is far too strong for Nappa and or Vegeta, as Vegeta in anger would then try attacking Goku, who already in base form was too strong. Goku in base form was now at 32,000, and he was overpowering Vegeta with ease. Now that Goku was not suffering the effects of ×3 Kaio-Ken, he doesn't really struggle to hold off Vegeta. Now, Nappa would also try jumping in, but he knows to stay back, as he knows that Vegeta has a trump card. As remember, they can't sense his power level, so they don't know that his power level is 32,000. Last they checked, it was 16,000. So, Vegeta would then jump high up in the atmosphere and charge up a Gallic gun. Now this is when Goku would then charge up his own, as Nappa was about to attack Goku before Goku would disappear and hit Nappa with the back of his hand, sending Nappa through a couple of rocky pillars, knocking the Saiyan out for the time being. Vegeta would then tell him that Nappa was weak, and he doesn't care, the planet is history. Goku would not use Kaio-Ken at this certain moment, as Goku would then power up, and he would then charge a Kamehameha, clashing with Vegeta's, and the two beams seemingly was equal. Remember, Goku's Kamehameha wave boosts his power level to a decent amount, nearly twice as much. So his Kamehameha wave is probably in the realms between around 40,000 instead of 32. This would then make Vegeta easily get overpowered by the blast, sending him nearing the upper atmosphere of space. Once when Vegeta would then come to, his armor was chipped and he was bleeding profusely. He would then look around and state, how did this Saiyan get so strong? Ever since he turned into that red weird thing, is he hiding his power? Is he a Super Saiyan? That runs through Vegeta's mind, but no, that's impossible. He's not a Super Saiyan, he's a low class. Vegeta then smirked. He has an idea. He knows that Nappa might still be alive, doesn't matter anyway. He can maybe find the moon, they can turn into a great ape and crush the Saiyan with ease, as it'll increase his power level 10 times. He would then look and see that the moon is nowhere to be seen. They must have destroyed it before he came to. Vegeta would then land and tell Goku that you're pretty smart, destroying the moon before I would arrive. Goku has no clue what he's talking about. Vegeta states it does not matter. As Nappa got out of the rubble by this point, landing next to Vegeta, Nappa would then smirk knowing what Vegeta was going to do. Nappa would then tell the Saiyan to say his last goodbye, as they're going to kill him now. Now Goku will be confused at what they mean, as Vegeta states that we Saiyans can transform. He would then summon a fake moon and throw it into the air. While he does agree that it might weaken his power level just a little bit, but it will be enough no matter what to crush him, it doesn't matter. As Nappa would then get some space for himself, they would then bask in the moon's blood waves. As Vegeta would then state, time to suffer your doom, Kakarot. Goku was staring in shock as they began transforming. Both Nappa and Vegeta would then transform into great apes, with Nappa's power level being around 50,000 and Vegeta being around 160,000. Now Goku can sense that Nappa's power level was not too far off from his, but Vegeta's was the most terrifying, as both Saiyans would then smirk at him, telling him that it's his doom now. Now Goku is afraid to use Kaio-Ken as he doesn't want to use it too much, as King Kai was telling him, but Goku might not have a choice, as he thinks as he's flying, dodging these beast attacks, Vegeta was the hardest one. He would then hit Goku, sending the Saiyan through a couple rock pillars, as Goku would then stand up. Goku might not have a choice. Kaio-Ken ×2 might not even be enough to catch up to them. He might need to go up to Kaio-Ken ×3. This is when Goku would begin powering up, bulking in size. Not as much as he originally did, as since Goku's body is much stronger, he can hold the effects of Kaio-Ken ×3 much better without permanently destroying his body. Goku would then scream as he yells out Kaio-Ken ×3. This would then boost his power to 96,000, which was far enough for him to defeat Nappa. He would then fly in, hitting Nappa with a barrage of attacks, knocking the large monkey right over. He would waste no time and dodge a punch that Vegeta threw, but it would hit Nappa, chipping his armor and knocking him backwards even more. Nappa was getting outclassed easily, as this is when Goku would waste no time, as he would then fire a beam right into Vegeta's eye, hitting him, stunning him. Goku would then look at Nappa, as he needs to focus just on Vegeta. The Spirit Bomb might be able to work, As the Kaio-Ken is draining his energy from fighting and using it so much, he doesn't have much time. He would then summon a large Kamehameha, hitting Nappa, and the beam would then go right through his chest, killing him. Nappa would then fall over and revert back to normal, being dead. Vegeta would then stop, stating how weak Nappa was, and how he was able to beat a great ape, but it doesn't matter, as he would find him. This is when Goku would blind Vegeta with a solar flare, and this is when Goku would then fly underneath Vegeta. As Vegeta fell over, he would actually begin flying upward, lifting Vegeta off his back in the air, and throwing him as far as he could using his own energy. But that used up a lot of power. Goku would then fly far away, as remember he's much faster. He would begin charging up the Spirit Bomb, calling for all the plants and living things to give him the energy. Now, since Goku would then use his own power, the Spirit Bomb would be charged up much faster. It would not take 10 minutes, it would only take a couple of seconds for the Spirit Bomb to form. Vegeta regained his vision as he would get up and charge right towards Goku. Goku, this time around, would have a couple more seconds to spare, as he would just have enough time to throw the Spirit Bomb as it would hit Vegeta full force. The Spirit Bomb would then explode into the air, sending Vegeta launching into the sky. As Vegeta was then screaming in agony as it made a huge explosion, Goku was out of Kaio-Ken by this point, and he was pretty exhausted, but luckily, he looked at his body, it wasn't destroyed, as King Kai was sighing of relief. Vegeta would then land as he was out of the Great Ape form, completely injured, but he survived. As if he was in his base form, it would have killed him. As the moon was destroyed, Vegeta would then begin crawling away so he can escape. Goku would then land in front of Vegeta, who was staring at him, ready to meet his demise. As Krillin and Gohan appear with Yajirobe, Goku would then step to the side and let Vegeta crawl to his space pod. Krillin was confused as to why Goku's letting him go, and Goku states, "No, Krillin, we're not killers, and we're going to show him mercy, something that he never showed us. But we're going to teach him what mercy is." Vegeta would then laugh and state how much of a fool he is for sparing him. And this is when Vegeta would then pass out, as the space pod would then fly off, sending Vegeta off to Frieza's forces to be healed. Now that Goku was not as gravely wounded as he was before, Goku would be able to recover a little bit faster, but he would still be in the hospital for a couple of days. Once they're all fully recovered in the hospital, this is when Bulma have already made the spaceship to go to planet Namek. Now Goku would not go. And the reason why he wouldn't go is because of Bulma's father. Bulma's father would then state that he's actually making a copy of the ship right now, adding the gravity room to where he can train. As Goku thinks this will be better, and he knows that Gohan and Krillin will do good on their own for the time being until he can arrive there. But now Goku's actually fully recovered, he can get on the ship a couple days earlier, so once Goku would then fly off, as it's already been a couple of weeks by this point, around a month total, the same events for Namek would have happened the exact same for Bulma, Krillin, and Gohan. Nothing much would have really changed, as they would have still saved Dende, kicking Deborah, and they would have still been able to help Elder Guru and have him unlock their potential. Now, still meeting Nail and everybody else that would have gone the exact same, trying to find the Dragon Balls. Vegeta would still be on Namek as well. I believe he would have gotten an even bigger boost to his power. So like when Zarbon defeated Vegeta, he wouldn't actually be able to beat him. Vegeta would have killed him even in his transformative state. Now Vegeta still would have went to Frieza's ship, just not under the injury. He would have actually snuck onto Frieza's ship because he can conceal his power level, and he would have stolen the Dragon Balls, tricking Frieza. So that would have happened the same, just Vegeta wasn't knocked out that time and brought to the ship. He went there on his own to steal the Dragon Balls right under from Frieza's nose. Now Frieza, the death of Zarbon happened earlier, he would still summon the Ginyu Force. Now Goku would have arrived right at this point, as he can sense all these incredible powers nearby. Now Goku has shown to use Kaio-Ken in the gravity room, so Goku at least use it ×2. Now we know that realistically Goku did get a massive boost to his power level, as by this point Goku, as the time when he went from 8,000 to 9,000, 90,000, he got around 12 times stronger. So imagine mixing that with his new power level. Goku is an extremely busted character. So Goku's new power level is nearing 1 million, which goes to show you how busted Goku has become. Since if Goku got the same boost from training under gravity, if his power level was around 90 to 96,000, if you would have times that by 12, you get your answer. It would be well over 1 million, nearing 1.1 to 1.2 million. Now that Goku is that strong, Goku would easily arrive, as they would sense his power level and be shocked by it. Now Goku would have sensed the Ginyu Force was there, as I feel like Vegeta by this point would have started fighting Recoome. He would have already killed Guldo. Now Vegeta still had a pretty decent Zenkai, but I still think that Vegeta would probably be equal to Recoome, and I think he would have been able to defeat him, but he was gravely wounded because of it. Gohan did not get his neck broken by Recoome. Jason and Berta were about to jump Vegeta and kill him before Goku would then arrive. Goku would then give Vegeta a Sensu Bean, and Vegeta would get a pretty massive increase in power. His power level by this point is around 100,000 to 120,000, so he could actually fight Captain Ginyu. Now Goku would handle Jason Berta, as Vegeta would then fly off on his own, telling him good luck. Now Captain Ginyu would sense all the power levels, and he would have left already to go with Frieza. By this point, Goku would have battled Jason Berta, and he would have easily outclassed them. Even if they used their best attacks, it wouldn't have defeated them. He would have one-shot both of them before even Jace could get away, after he already warned them to get off the planet. After Jace was defeated, this is when Captain Ginyu would still appear, as Vegeta was trying to gather the Dragon Balls to summon them with Gohan, Krillin, and the others. Now Frieza was still off on his own, and he was fighting Nail by this point, trying to find the other Namekians to try and get the passcode for the Dragon Balls. Now Goku would fight Captain Ginyu and easily overpower him and defeat him within a single shot like he did Recoome, as Goku doesn't have time for this. So Goku would still arrive and stop Vegeta, telling him that let Dende summon these Dragon Balls and then he can make the wish. So they would still summon the dragon, as by this point Frieza found out that Nail was distracting him. He would have left, just like before, leaving Nail to suffer. Dende would have still made the wish to bring back Piccolo as well and bring him to Planet Namek. That would have gone the exact same. So Piccolo would have still started heading towards everybody, where he would have still met Nail and fused with him. Frieza would have arrived by that point, and Vegeta would tell Kakarot to stand back and let him battle Frieza. Now this is when Vegeta would actually be able to hold his own against Frieza, until Frieza would then be shocked. He would then back off, and his scouter would have already exploded. He would have then transformed into his second state. Frieza now in his second form is immensely powerful. I believe that him and Goku are about equal in terms of power level. I would say Frieza's potentially around 1.2 million. Goku's right there. So Goku would actually begin fighting Frieza in his second form. Krillin would not get stabbed by Frieza, so Frieza would not have actually known about Dende healing everybody, so Frieza in his final form would not have shot him and killed him. Now, Vegeta, would he still have asked Dende to heal him? I think yes. I think that off in the distance, Krillin, Dende, and Vegeta would have still been making a plan together, and Krillin would have shot a blast through Vegeta's chest, and Dende, with reluctance, was able to heal Vegeta, giving him a big Zenkai boost. Now, Frieza, by this point, is a little bit stronger than Goku until Piccolo arrives. Goku was surprised to see Piccolo, as he was about to use the Kaio-Ken technique, until Piccolo would then tell him to stand back, let him fight. Goku states, "Alright, fine by me." As now Piccolo would then take off his weighted clothing and battle Frieza. Now Piccolo was overpowering Frieza, and Goku was shocked with how strong Piccolo has become in such a short time. It was incredible. Frieza by this point would then get tired, and he would go into his third form, starting to overpower Piccolo. Now Vegeta has gotten healed, as just for fun, he'll showcase his final form. He would begin powering up into his final form, and this time around he would not kill Dende because he doesn't know about Dende's healing powers. He didn't see him heal Krillin or anyone else. He wouldn't have saw him heal Vegeta because they went off to a hidden location to do it. Now Vegeta would tell Kakarot to stand back and let him handle this. Now Goku was pretty badly injured, and Dende would have healed Piccolo and Goku secretly, as Gohan and them would have grabbed him away while Vegeta fights Frieza. Now you could say that Frieza might have noticed Dende, but I say he probably is too busy fighting Vegeta by this point. Now Goku would have gotten healed first, same with Piccolo, as Goku got a pretty decent Zenkai. This would then boost Goku's power to 3 million, as Goku wasn't super injured, but a small Zenkai wouldn't hurt. Once when Vegeta was getting overpowered, Goku would then jump in, saving Vegeta this time around, so no, Vegeta does not die. But Vegeta would still beg Kakarot to kill him. As he sees how strong Kakarot has become, he tells him that he must be the Super Saiyan he must be. As this time around Frieza would not shoot a death beam to kill Vegeta, Goku would have stopped it. As now Vegeta would then crawl away, as with Krillin and Gohan helping him, Goku would then battle Frieza. Their fight would have gone pretty much the exact same as before, as with Goku trading blows with Frieza back and forth, testing the waters here and there. Goku was able to hold his own pretty decently until he finds out the horror that Frieza was holding back. Frieza would then go to 50%, which is more than enough power to handle him. He would then easily overpower Goku. Goku was then falling ill really quickly, as not much was working. This is when Goku would then use Kaio-Ken times 10, boosting his power level massively. This would then boost his new power level up to 30 million, as he would then hit Frieza, knocking Frieza back. Frieza was shocked to see that Goku tapped out of Kaio-Ken, as Gohan and Krillin, Piccolo, and Vegeta were staring in shock. Kakarot's power went up to 10, but it's stuck there now. Is he constantly using that Kaio-Ken? And Piccolo states no, he's not using it no more. It's almost like this technique that he has. Whenever he uses it, he stays as that power from now on. As Vegeta never knew that a technique like that was possible. Is it maybe for a Super Saiyan only? Like, how is that a thing? It's incredible. He got 10 times stronger in a burst of an attack. Goku would then look at his hands and he realized that this must be true. Every time that he uses the Kaio-Ken, his power level increases, and even when he gets out of it, it stays the same. He then smirks and thinks that maybe King Kai's technique is just that incredible. But he doesn't want to abuse it, because again, Goku doesn't like being given power, and on top of this, he knows that Kaio-Ken can destroy his body if he's not careful, so it's a good reward, but a very big risk. But he would then battle Frieza again, being able to hold his own pretty decently against Frieza, much better than he did before. Now Goku would tap into Kaio-Ken once again, going into times 20 when Frieza was drowning him under the water. And once when Goku went into times 20, his power level would increase from 30 million to 600 million. This would then make Goku far superior than he was as a Super Saiyan. Nearly 3 to 4 times stronger than he was as a Super Saiyan when he fought Frieza. My opinion, around the android's level of power who can one-shot Frieza. I feel like Goku was in a fit of rage and he had little to no stamina left, but he didn't care. This is when Goku would then charge up a full power Kamehameha and he would then hit Frieza with it, and this blast would not just hurt Frieza's hand, it would completely obliterate him. As once when Goku would then power down, he would then look at his raw power and he was in shock. But now Goku was then passed out from exhaustion. He would then wake up in one of the Namekian villages and people were smiling at him. Now with the wish, and since Namek was never destroyed, they would have brought back all the Namekians, and Goku was already fully healed by Dende by this point. As Grand Elder Guru, who was wished back to life for a short time, would then thank Goku truly for saving everybody. Now Vegeta, by this point, it was time for him to leave because he doesn't really feel like being a part of this. Goku would then offer Vegeta to come to Earth and to be with them so he's not all alone. Vegeta would then state, "I'll go there my own time." As Vegeta wants to find out how he gets this red Super Saiyan power. He hates the fact that Goku surpassed him. Now Vegeta would have reluctantly followed them in his own space pod that he probably stole from one of the Ginyu Force, and Vegeta would then reprogram it and then head there. This of course would greatly change the story of Dragon Ball. There was no Super Saiyan, and Goku never destroyed Planet Namek alongside with Frieza. Goku never went to Planet Yardratt, so they don't even know that Super Saiyan is a thing. So, once when everybody would then arrive back on Earth, there was then peace for the next 2 years. Goku would continue training with Gohan and Piccolo, so Gohan does not get as rusty as he did, he only grows stronger. And Goku would then enjoy his time with Chi-Chi. But now far off in the rocky wasteland, we would then have Trunks. As Trunks by this point would have arrived, and he would then look around, waiting for Goku, and there was no Frieza either, but that was a different time of the story. As he would then see that Goku never landed. He would then try sensing around the planet, and he would sense a massive power near Chi-Chi's home. As he wonders if maybe this is Gohan, he doesn't know. As he would then fly off, he would then arrive in front of Goku's home, and wait patiently as Goku would then step out. Trunks was shocked to see that Goku arrived here earlier. Has going back to the past already changed it that much? Goku would then meet up with Trunks, who he thinks that Trunks is a good guy. Trunks would then talk to Goku privately, explaining everything. All about the future and the androids, and he died due to a heart virus, and Goku thinks, oh, that really sucks, I wanted to fight them. And Trunks can sense the raw power that Goku has. As in my opinion, and power levels are BS anyway, but power scaling wise, Goku is far stronger than even the androids 17 and 18 of this timeline. In my opinion, I think he's touching the realms of where android 16 and Cell are by this point, just so you guys know for power scaling. Goku would have fought Trunks, and Trunks would have showcased Goku's Super Saiyan. Goku never knew that Saiyans could have this type of power-up. Now, Vegeta would have been nearby, as he would have sensed the massive power increase of Goku and another Saiyan. It was off the charts, as Vegeta for the first time sees a Super Saiyan. As Goku states, I never could turn into that before, and Trunks was surprised to hear this, as Trunks wonders that maybe Goku should try and learn how to become one. He can increase his strength so much more, and Goku will for sure try in the best way that he can. But now Trunks would then leave by this point, as he needs to get back to the future to make sure his mother is okay. As he would then leave, Piccolo was already nearby, as Piccolo was recently training with Goku, and Piccolo can hear things from across the whole planet. He heard everything that Trunks had to say, so, with a quick call from Chi-Chi, all the Z-Fighters would have then arrived and had a big feast at Mount Paozu, as this is when Piccolo would then explain everything to the Z-Fighters, keeping out some minor details, like Trunks being Vegeta and Bulma's son. He would then explain about the androids, the date that they are appearing, and that we need to train harder than ever to get ready. Now Goku does have the heart virus medicine, and he gave it to Chi-Chi, so they can prepare for the next 3 years to begin their training. Now by this point, with Goku being so much stronger, I definitely think that Goku would look into the realm of unlocking Super Saiyan. Now Goku's S cells were already high enough as is. The matter of the fact that his power level is so absurdly high in base form, I think that Goku could probably touch in the realms of Super Saiyan, but he doesn't have the trigger to turn into it though. But now you could say that he might be given the Goten treatment or the tingle on his back because he has so many S cells in him. I believe that Goku would unlock Super Saiyan personally. Now once when Goku does unlock Super Saiyan, it'll be during the later end of the 3 years training with Piccolo helping Goku. But Goku hasn't mastered the form yet, and while it does greatly increase his power massively, Goku knows that he needs to keep on training it. As now during this time, Vegeta would have already went off on his own and tried to unlock Super Saiyan, which Vegeta does, as he saw Trunks do it. And Vegeta knows that he can unlock it on his own. He would have his emotional breakdown and unlock Super Saiyan. Now, once when Goku would continue pushing Super Saiyan, what about the Kaio-Ken technique? Well, Goku knows that every time that he uses it, he gets stronger. But at the downside, it uses up a lot of energy. But Goku decides to save it for whenever he faces an opponent that he cannot beat, he might be able to use it to increase his power level to continue fighting. As Goku doesn't really like the idea, as we all know, Goku is a character who does not like to really be given power like a Kaio-Ken boost or even God Ki. Goku realistically likes to earn the power for himself, but I feel like with Piccolo talking to Goku about the plan, I think that Piccolo would probably persuade Goku to have that as an emergency backup. Now, once when the androids would appear, we do know that the androids stopped studying Goku after the Saiyan arc. So Goku was a teeny bit stronger, but I don't think it really would have changed much. It might have made the androids a tiny bit stronger, but the difference would have been not really there. So Goku and the androids would have still been the exact same. Now, with the androids there, Dr. Gero and Android 19, they would still appear on the same date and time. Now, Goku would be rolling up in base form, but the heart virus was beginning to take over by that point, as once when Goku would begin fighting Android 19, he would start to succumb to the heart virus. Even turning into Super Saiyan was just speeding it up even further. So Goku would still be out of commission, but Android 19 was more injured than before. Now, this is when Vegeta would still appear in his Super Saiyan form, easily kill Android 19. Dr. Gero would still make his escape. He would still battle Piccolo and be easily outclassed, but he would then trick Piccolo by taking some of his energy, and he would then disappear as they cannot sense the android's power. Now, once when Dr. Gero would then arrive, he would then unlock Androids 17 and 18, telling them to destroy the Z-Fighters. But of course, the androids would then turn on their maker, and they would then destroy Dr. Gero by kicking his head off in front of the Z-Fighters. Now by this point, they would then activate Android 16 as he would then step out as well, and they would then battle the Z-Fighters. Now we all know how this would go. As the androids are even a little bit stronger than they are before, Android 16 included, they would have been easily overpowered. Even though Vegeta does have the Super Saiyan power, it was not enough to defeat even Android 18, who would still break both his arms and kick him to the side of the mountain. But they would spare the Z-Fighters, and 18 would still kiss Krillin like before, getting the crush because Krillin needs a W, and they would then leave to go mess around or do whatever they want to do, maybe go shopping or something. Now, once when the Z-Fighters would recover, they would then decide on what they need to do. As far off, a certain creature was beginning to mutate and slowly start absorbing humans, as we all know what happens, as Piccolo would then fly off to go meet up with Kami, and he knows what he needs to do. And that is it for part 1 of this What If, you guys. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think down below. I really do appreciate all the support. Let me know what you guys think about this Kaio-Ken technique and the fact that it boosts Goku's power level so much. But anyway, let's get to 50,000 subscribers, and I'll talk to you all on the next one. Peace.